Welcome to the Texas Wine Scene Podcast, the most up-to-date information to help you prepare for your wine tasting weekend. I'm Mike, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, bringing you all the wine happenings in and around the great state of Texas, from the high plains to the hill country. If you love Texas wine, you've come to the right place. Let's take a trip. Welcome back, everyone, to the Texas Wine Scene Podcast. I'm your host, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, Mike Cole, bringing you all the wine happenings in and around the great state of Texas. If you are a subscriber to the podcast, thank you so much for returning and tuning into this week's episode. And if you are new to the podcast, thank you so much for stopping by to check us out. We are an information-based podcast supporting and sharing wine events, tastings, and industry news from around the great state of Texas. So I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, please consider subscribing and sharing the podcast with all your wine-loving friends. It helps to continue to spread the word about the podcast and keeps everyone informed about current wine-related events. Also, please follow me on my socials at Texas Wine Scene on Instagram and Texas Wine Scene on Facebook, where you will see all the posts about upcoming events for the weekend. We will continue our mini-series on the top red and white grape varieties in Texas, and this week we take a closer look at Sangiovese. Sangiovese is a red Italian wine grape variety that derives its name from the Latin word sanguis Jovis, the blood of Jupiter. It is aptly named because of its blood red color, which contains hints of orange. Sangiovese is commonly associated with Tuscany and is a cross between the Tuscan grape Ciligiolo and a Calabrian grape by the name of Calabrese Montenuvo. The Sangiovese vine is difficult to cultivate because it is site-sensitive, vigorous, and demands extra care in the vineyard. Typically, Sangiovese is known for its violet, tea leaf, sour cherry, plum, and spicy aromas with high acidity and tannins, which is more of the old world style of Italian grape varieties. But in the new world, wine-growing regions, which are everywhere else outside Italy and Europe, the style commonly has a riper fruit profile, softer tannins, softer acidity, and high alcohol content. In Texas, particularly in the hill country grape-growing region, grape growers have found a high level of success with this variety due to its similar growing environment, much like that of the rolling hills of Tuscany. Texas winemakers are crafting well-structured single-variety Sangiovese wines, as well as some exciting rosé versions, just in time for the warmer weather in Texas, which is just around the corner. Tune in next week as we continue our look at the top red and white grape varieties in Texas with a look at Syrah. Before we get into the wine events for the weekend, let's check the weather. The weather for the weekend in the High Plains wine-growing region will have high temperatures of 96 degrees with low temperatures of 60 degrees. The North Texas wine-growing region will have high temperatures of 97 degrees with low temperatures of 74 degrees. The West Texas wine-growing region will have high temperatures of 90 degrees with low temperatures of 58 degrees. The Texas Hill Country wine-growing region will have high temperatures of 98 degrees with low temperatures of 72 degrees. And the Gulf Coast wine-growing region will have high temperatures of 96 degrees with low temperatures of 78 degrees. Fiesta Winery at the Bend location is having their Movie in the Vines event on Friday, May 24th from 7 to 10 p.m. Bring the family along and enjoy the latest blockbuster hit Wonka on the Fiesta Winery lawn. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this monthly summer movie night series. For more information on this event, visit fiestawinery.com. Have you ever wondered what's the right way to taste wine? Well, if so, join Mirestone Vineyards for their Systemic Approach to Wine Tasting event on Saturday, May 25th from 12 to 5 p.m. and the last Saturday of every month as they demystify the wine tasting process from start to end. You'll expand your wine terminology and gain useful tools on how to identify an array of wines as you taste through a flight together. For more information on this event, visit MaryStoneVineyards.com. How about mixing a little wine tasting into your vacation plans this weekend? Well, if you're headed down to Rockport, Texas for your Memorial Day weekend getaway, then check out the 27th Annual Rockport Wine Festival on Saturday, May 25th from 11 to 11 p.m. This is the perfect opportunity to enjoy a blend of wine, music, and food hosted at the Texas Maritime Museum. Live music will start with Dean Adamson and the Riptide, followed by Texas Continentals and the headliner Uncle Lucius. This will be a fun winecation type of event. For more information on this event, visit their website at texasmaritimemuseum.org. If you are looking for a fun time with a twist of nostalgia, then join Adega Vino Winery in Stonewall, Texas for their Festa de Rosé event on Saturday, May 25th from 12 to 4 p.m. Every year, Adega Vino produces an extensive line of dry rosés, and what better way to enjoy it than by celebrating with a dedicated rosé party? This year's party will be a Studio 54 theme. So come on out and dress in your grooviest sequins and disco outfits and party like it's 1979. Your ticket purchase includes a sampling of several rosé wines, including library wines, current and new releases, as well as a sparkling rosé. They will be jamming out to some groovy disco music all day long and serving up some delicious after-hours comfort food reminiscent of late-night New York City. For more information on this event, visit their website at adegavino.com. And don't forget about the North Texas Wine Trail event started this month. From May 1st to June 2nd, raise a glass to springtime in North Texas while you sip and savor your way through the beautiful North Texas wine country while tasting wines from 35 different wineries, which includes 3 tastes of wine at each winery. What better way to welcome the season than tasting wine on the North Texas Wine Trail adventure? Participating wineries include Blue Ostrich Winery and Vineyard in St. Joe, Casaro Winery and Vineyard in Ovila, Canyon River Winery in Plano, Cedar Hollow Winery in Farmersville, and Checkered Pass Winery in Dallas, just to name a few. For more information and passport purchases for this event, visit NorthTexasWine.com. And those are your wine events for the weekend. But if you can't make it out to any of those events for the weekend, here are a few wine events for next weekend. Join Archray Winery in Fredericksburg, Texas for their Meet the Author event on Sunday, June 2nd from 1 to 3 p.m. This will be an exciting opportunity to meet author Dr. Ron Martinelli, a Fredericksburg native and certified medical investigator, as he speaks firsthand about some of his incredible accounts of investigating crimes and serving justice and how those experiences inspired him to create the fascinating tale of Wade Justice, a fictional series inspired by his life's work. For more information on this event, visit their website at archrayresort.com. If stand-up comedy is your jam and you are ready for a few belly laughs, then head on out to Bell Springs Winery in Dripping Springs on Saturday, June 8th from 4 to 6 p.m. for their Bell Springs comedy event. So grab a glass of wine, order some bites, and find a seat to enjoy some laughs with friends and family. If you plan to attend this event, the event coordinators kindly ask that you RSVP by June 4th to assist with event preparations. For more information on this event, visit their website at bellspringswinery.com. If you are looking for a wine and cheese pairing class, then here's the event for you. Texas Fine Wine and Rerouted 210 Urban Winery in San Antonio is teaming up with Riverway Creamery to bring you a wine and cheese pairing course on Wednesday, June 12th from 6 to 9 p.m. Enjoy delicious wine from 4 award-winning wineries that include Benning Branch Winery, Dukeman Family Winery, Pedernales Cellars, and Spicewood Vineyards, paired with 5 cheeses from Riverway Creamery. This is a wine pairing event you don't want to miss. I've attended many wine events at Rerooted 210, and I would highly encourage you to get your tickets soon. This event will definitely sell out. Your ticket purchase includes a casual tasting of 9 wines and 5 cheeses. Meet representatives from Bending Branch Winery, Dukeman Family Winery, Pedernales Cellars, and Spicewood Vineyards, as well as Riverway Creamery. You can purchase deeply discounted wine packages and free parking validation in the Hemisphere Public Garage. For more information and ticket purchases for this event, visit rerootedwine.com. Head on out to Spicewood Vineyards in Spicewood, Texas for their Supper in the Cellar event on June 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. They are opening their cellar doors for a fun evening filled with good food, live music, and of course, good wine. Spicewood Vineyards have created this unique dining experience for over a decade. There are very few events where you sit and feast amongst the wine barrels while you raise a glass, creating memorable moments with friends and family. Each ticket includes a specially curated menu and a welcome pour of Spicewood Vineyards wine upon arrival. For more information on this event, visit spicewoodvineyards.com. And those are your wine events for the weekend. Stay tuned for your music lineup for the weekend up next. Whistling Duck Winery in Weimar, Texas gets the music lineup started for the weekend with Colton Black on stage Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m. and Frank Martin Gilligan on Sunday, May 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. as well. The Texas Wine Collective in Fredericksburg will have The Wayward Traveler on stage Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 5 p.m. Fiesta Winery on 290 will let Sharita Betez grace the stage on Saturday, May 25th from 3 to 6 p.m. Fiesta Winery at the Bend location will have Decades Band on stage Saturday the 25th from 1:30 to 5:30 p.m. Texas Heritage Vineyards in Fredericksburg will let Mark Allen Atwood jam out on Friday, May 24th from 2 to 4 p.m. and Michael Hearn on Sunday, May 26th from 2 to 4 p.m. as well. Texas Hill Vineyards in Johnson City will have Tim Bryant and Hillary Haney on stage Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. Arch Ray Winery in Fredericksburg will host Anthony Garcia on stage Friday, May 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. and Colleen Michelle Miller on Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m. Bending Branch Winery in Comfort, Texas will have Shane Stump on stage Sunday, May 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. Dry Carmel Creek Vineyards in New Braunfels will have Steve Feinstein on stage May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m., followed by Stella on Sunday, May 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. as well. Fall Creek Vineyards in Toad, Texas will have Sid Grimes on stage Saturday the 25th from 1 to 5 p.m. Pedernales Cellars in Stonewall, Texas will host Josh Peak on stage Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 5 p.m. Spicewood Vineyards in Spicewood, Texas will let Austin Mays heat things up on Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m. Lone Star Wine Cellars in McKinney, Texas has a fantastic music lineup scheduled for the weekend, starting with Roger Escobedo on stage Friday, May 24th from 8 to 11 p.m. The E-Flat Band will pick things up on Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m., followed by Boxcar Lullaby later that evening from 8 to 11 p.m. Double Down will close out the music set on Sunday, May 26th from 4 to 7 p.m. Marker Cellars in Bridgeport, Texas will host Joseph Patrick Neville on stage Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. Barons Creek Vineyards in Fredericksburg will have Duo Vino on stage Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. Dove Ridge Winery in Weatherford will have Arian Ortiz on stage, as well as Vi de Flor on Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m. Lucky Vines Vineyards and Winery in Dublin, Texas will host Andrea Goodman on stage Saturday, May 25th from 4 to 7 p.m. Parmesan Wines in Dripping Springs will have Russ Glenn on stage Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 5 p.m., followed by Chris Donahue on Sunday, May 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. English Newsome Cellars in Lubbock will have Tatum Sheets on stage Saturday, May 25th from 5 to 7 p.m. Bernhardt Winery in Plantersville will let Paul Byron rock the house on Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 5 p.m., followed by Next Halen as they perform a Van Halen tribute later that evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Endless Summer will perform a Beach Boys tribute on Sunday, May 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. Bell Springs Winery in Dripping Springs will have Victoria Pinnock on stage Saturday, May 25th from 3 to 6 p.m. Carter Creek Winery in Johnson City will have Phil Luna and the Lunatics on stage Saturday, May 25th from 7 to 9:30 p.m. Longhorn Cellars in Fredericksburg will have Two's Company on stage Saturday, May 25th from 12 to 4 p.m. William Chris Vineyards in High will have Trace of Gold on stage Friday, May 24th from 1 to 4 p.m. Tanner Nicole Alexander will assume the musical duties on Saturday, May 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. And Surrender Hill will close out the music set on Sunday, May 26th from 1 to 4 p.m. Wedding Oak Winery in San Saba will have Michael Norder Thomas on stage Sunday, May 26th from 1 to 5 p.m. And West Sandy Creek Winery in Richards, Texas will close out the music lineup for the weekend with Robert Klein Jr. on stage Friday, May 24th from 4 to 7 p.m., followed by James Zimmerman on Saturday, May 26th from 2 to 5 p.m. And that's your music lineup for the weekend. Stay tuned for Did You Know? This Memorial Day weekend, we honor the men and women who lost their lives defending our country while serving in the United States military. Although the term Memorial Day was used beginning in the 1880s, the holiday was officially known as Decoration Day for more than a century. It originated in the years following the Civil War, which claimed more lives than any other conflict in United States history. Due to the number of lives lost in the battle, it required the establishment of the country's first national cemeteries, in which Arlington National Cemetery in Arlington, Virginia, is the focal point. After an intensely fought 4-year battle, the Civil War ended in the spring of 1865. In May 1868, General John A. Logan issued a decree that May 30th should become a nationwide day of commemoration for the more than 620,000 soldiers killed in the Civil War. The Uniform Monday Holiday Act of 1968, 100 years after the original decree, went into effect, moving the Memorial Day from its traditional observance on May 30th to a set day the last Monday in May. Memorial Day became an official holiday in 1971. But where did the first celebrations of Memorial Day begin? Many cities across the country lay claim to being the first to establish an annual holiday celebrating Memorial Day, but it was Waterloo, New York, who was chosen as the first city to celebrate the holiday on May 5th, 1866. Residents of the city of Waterloo hosted an annual community-wide event during which businesses closed their doors and residents decorated the graves of soldiers with flowers and flags. But did you know that it was our very own Johnson City, Texas president, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who in 1966, 100 years after the town of Waterloo, New York celebration, signed into legislation declaring this tiny upstate village the official birthplace of Memorial Day. So as you plan to celebrate your long holiday weekend, stop by a few Johnson City wineries such as Farmhouse Vineyards, Ron Yates, Lost Draw, Pebble Rock Cellars, or Texas Hills Vineyards, and have a glass of wine to honor all of our fallen soldiers and the Texan who signed Waterloo, New York as the official birthplace of Memorial Day celebrations. Well, that would do it for this week's episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mike Cole, your Texas wine scene correspondent, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Texas Wine Scene. Cheers. For more in-depth information on the wineries mentioned in this episode, visit the Texas Wine Lover website at txwinelover.com or the Texas Wine Lover app. There you will be able to find a vast amount of information about Texas wineries and wine-related businesses. You can search for information such as winery hours, grape varieties, food options, pet and kid-friendly wineries, and much, much more. So visit their website at txwinelover.com. That's txwinelover.com. Also, please leave us a review and share the podcast with all your wine-loving friends. Cheers.